during this tough and yet beautiful moment in your life. And it was just beautiful. Good morning. Welcome to a new vlog. Starting this vlog on my couch because I'm tired and I want to read a little bit before I get started with work. I've already set up like my work situation, but it's not yet time to work, so I'll sit and read The Silence Factory for about 20 minutes and then I have to get to work. So yeah, I am reading The Silence Factory this week. I'm about 23% in, I think, according to the audiobook. And I'm also still listening to Golden Sun. I'm now on chapter 30 of 53. I didn't get as much reading as I thought I would last week, especially considering that I was on sick leave, but I think I just needed to rest. So we'll try again this week to finish some books. I have been reading though. I've been listening to Golden Sun throughout, and I don't think there's anything else that I finished. I know that I started Iron Flame last week, but I haven't gotten anywhere, and now my library is reminding me that my loan is about to expire, so I need to make a decision on whether to put it back on hold or just let it go for now or try to finish it. I don't know. There's so many books, there's not enough time to read all of them, but yeah, I hope you guys are having a good week, and I'm gonna sit here and read for a bit and then get into my work day. I'm pretty sure I've got a lot of work to do because, like I said, I was on sick leave Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and yeah, all that pile up, everything that I didn't get to do last week, I have to start sorting out from today. But I have faith that it's gonna be a good day. It will be just busy, but it will be a good day regardless. So yep, I'll chat to you guys later on. Hello. Finally getting to sit down and chat with you guys, and I'm realizing that my battery's on 2 bars. And I'm wondering if my second battery is actually charged or not. I really hope it is. It's sitting here, so if we need it, we're good. But I'm firstly reading The Silence Factory by Bridget Collins, and this is an ARC that I received from the people at Jonathan Ball Publishers. Thank you, first of all, for that. I am currently on page 136. So far, so good. This is more like a literary fiction, and I didn't know what to expect, like going into this, but we follow two perspectives from two different timelines. The first one is Sophia, and she's in the 1820s. And we follow Henry, which seems like his story is happening decades later, because where he ends up like kind of like working for this man, Edwards, who owns the Silence Factory, and Edward's great uncle was married to Sophia. So you can kind of imagine that timeline gap, because they don't tell us the timeline that Henry is in. The story just continues. But when we get to Sophia, they will say Kratos, November, the 1820s. So we're following these two main perspectives. So in Sophia's timeline, she and her husband has been on this voyage, and they are going to Greece to go on, or essentially the husband James. So her husband James is, I don't know, some kind of scientist, and he got word from a colleague or someone that there are these spiders in this place, and he thinks something's very special with them, something very magical, and he essentially invited James to come over and study them, come see them. But when he gets there, he finds that this man actually died, and the house that he lived in, there's a woman called Hira, who stays there, and she seems to be the only person in this village who speaks English. Everybody else does not speak English. They communicate in a different language. And as the weeks go by and she's there, she's like building a relationship with Hira, like a friendship. And while she's there, so from her perspective, it's almost like reading her diary entry. So it's always her writing down in her diaries the things that are happening. And she ends up being the one that finds the first spider, because they've been there for weeks and couldn't find the spider, but they find the spider, and she finds it on Hira, essentially, after Hira spent some time at this temple that she mentioned. Sophia takes it to her husband James. James starts working with the spider and doing research on it, and finding out there's like something very peculiar about it, something very special about it that has to do with sound. But he's not yet at a point where he's properly understanding what this spider can do. But what he's figured out is that when the spider weaves its web, at the very center of it, there's like an absence of sound. So it's completely silent. And in the, I want to say, quote unquote, current timeline with Henry's working for Edwards, who is the owner of a silence factory, where now they've got a lot of these spiders. They breed them to make silk, to essentially sell silence to people. And this is how Edwards got to meet Henry. Henry was working at this shop or / emporium where they sell like hearing aids and assist people who go deaf. And Edward's daughter happens to be deaf and mute. So Edwards goes and tries to hire, these people to come have a look if there's something that you can help my daughter with. And so Henry leaves the shop to go and try and help the daughter, finds out he can't, and ends up kind of like being involved in this whole silence factory, because when he met Edwards gave him like a sample of the silk, and he said to him, I sell silence. He didn't understand, what do you mean you sell silence? But as soon as you touch that piece of silk or put it over your ear. You've got like absolute silence, and Henry has been struggling. It seems in the book like a lot of anxiety, and he lost his wife and child during childbirth, so he's like plagued by these sounds and the sounds of everything that's happening outside, all the noise, and it's reminding him of that tragic day. So that little piece of like silk gave him like the relief that he needed to even like go to sleep and, you know, just be normal again. So he found it very intriguing. So when he's there, he still finds everything intriguing. But, you know, trigger warning, there are mentions of child labor in this book, and you know, the way that it's been told, or the way that the people owning this factory looks at it is like, well, at least we're helping feed them, because they're children of like laborers and whatnot, so we're helping feed the kids, and kids' hands are so small and delicate, and therefore they're the best to kind of like work with the silk and the equipment. So that, yeah, it's a little, it's there, it's in the book, but this is how far I am. I am intrigued by the story. I thought I would, because obviously I requested the book, but I didn't think I would be as intrigued by it as I am now. But I feel like I'm more looking forward to the reveal of how, I don't even know if this is, I think this is wishful thinking, of how Sophia was really involved in the creation of this silk, because the husband James is just this misogynistic, like just annoying man who thinks he knows everything, and then he will say things like, you know, the woman's brain cannot like understand the things that I'm saying, so let me try and simplify it for you, like those kind of things, okay? And he's now acting as if he is the one who found the spider, unknowing, like not even thinking or remembering that my wife is the one who took it from this person, because I feel like there is a connection between Hira and the spiders. She went and essentially took the spider to go give it to him, because it's like, you've been looking for this is for your research. She found it, but he's acting like he found it, and he's just like, my spider this, my spider that. I'm like, okay man, okay, whatever you say. But yeah, I will see what the story is going. I'm listening to the audiobook via my Libby app, and so far so good. Been enjoying it. Another book that I will be not opening but continuing with this week will be Januaries by Olivia Blake. Oh, love this beautiful cover. Like, I've got such beautiful books, man. These books are so stunning. This one was sent to me by the people at Pan Macmillan, and it's a collection of short stories of love, magic, and betrayal. And I'm buddy reading this with Vuvu this week. But a part of me like wants to restart it, because I listened mostly to it on audio, and there's definitely parts that I want to tab. Oh, guys, and the illustrations on the inside, because it does have like some illustrations in here. Let me see if I can find other illustrations. I feel like every chapter or every story, there's an illustration for every story. And this is something that I missed out on when I was reading via audiobook, because obviously you don't get to see all these beautiful illustrations. But yeah, man, I'm excited to go back to this one. So there's a lot of stories, and so far I've read 4 stories and I've enjoyed all of them. I think they're all like between a 4 and a 5-star rating. I haven't yet listened to a story that I disliked. So here's another one here. So I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm already like smiling and feeling happy about what Olivia Blake is doing in this book. So yeah, very happy with that. I want to be ambitious and say that I have a third. I essentially have 4 books. Let me show you. I have 2 other books, but I think because I've got so many audiobooks, I have at least 3 out of 4 of the audiobooks for the books that I'm reading. So I feel like I have the capacity to finish the books if I actually properly read and continue to listen as I work, which is what I've been doing today. But I've got 6 Scorched Roses. This is a novella by Carissa Broadband. It is from the Crowns of Nyaxia series. It's a very short one also. It is 200 and how many pages? 211 pages. Very, very short. So it's the kind of book that you can read in one sitting if you have one sitting to read. So I have some belief that I should be able to like open and close this book this week. So I've got it on my radar. And then another one that I have on my radar is The Eternal Ones by Namina Fona. This one I would really like to get into, I feel like in the next 5 days, because that's how long my audiobook from the library is like valid for. I don't know if it will allow me to extend the loan, but yes, I've got The Eternal Ones on my radar as well. So yeah, looking forward to all of the reads. The Silence Factory and the Januaries are the only books that I've started so far. So I'll give you guys my thoughts, feedback as I continue. And maybe with my restarting of Januaries, I can kind of like give you a little snippet summary of what each story is about. I don't think I did that when I started it like a week or 2 ago, so we'll see. I really can't remember what I did 2 weeks ago. But yes, I am going to continue working. I will talk to you guys again later, probably. I don't know even if tomorrow I'll speak to you guys, because I'm going to the office tomorrow. So we'll see. Maybe I will after work. Maybe I have a bit of reading updates for you guys, and I'll switch on my camera to update, but we'll see. Hello, dear people. It is Wednesday. Welcome to a new day. Coming at you with a reading update. Guys, I'm almost done. Like, let me just show you. This is how much I have left. I think on my audiobook, it's probably like just under an hour or so. The book is good, okay? The book is good. I do not see myself landing on a star rating that is less than 4, 4 being literally like the minimum. And it's so good. But there's like characters in here that are so frustrating. Well, one character. Because I did mention that we hear the story from 2 perspectives from Sophia, and Sophia's perspectives is essentially told through her diary entries that she did while she was in Greece and living in this little town where her husband was trying to collect these spiders to prove that they can do something magical, and he did manage to get a hold of one spider because of her. And I think the frustrating thing on that part is that she unknowingly like helped to have her husband get further in his research. And the letters that she writes in her diary is almost like a warning of what could happen, but at the same time, it's a recollection of everything that she experienced while she was there, especially when she started getting like close to the women in the village and the community that they have built around each other. You know, they support each other through and through. Like, I loved that aspect of the book. You know, when one of the women passes away, literally all the women in the village. They'll disappear for like a few days to go to some temple to go bury this fellow woman and mourn and, do whatever rituals need to happen, because she realized it the first time when for about 3 days straight she would walk around the village and all she would see are children and men. And she was like, where are all the women and why is it so silent? So I just love that aspect of it. And the minute that she got invited to such a thing, it was during a birth. And it's just having all that support around you during this tough and yet beautiful moment in your life. And it was just beautiful to read, and the way in which these women respect these spiders and what they can do and what they can offer is amazing. And to see this man, this husband of hers, this James, come in and take away something that's so sacred to essentially try to profit from it is just so disgusting. And, decades later, I don't know how far into the future later, but decades later, where we've got Sir Edwards and in his silence factory, and he's been using these spiders to create the silk to breed silence. But as you keep reading the book, you realize that they can do a lot more than that, and it's all the experimentations that happen with it, and it's the disregard for people's health just for the aim of like making money and being successful. And having Henry, our poet, also inadvertently like contribute to that, and still not, like, he doesn't want to open his eyes to what's going on. Like, he's so frustrating. I'm like, you are so useless. Henry, you are so useless. As a person, you are so useless, Henry. Useless is what you are. And I don't want to say this is all your fault, but you played a big part of this. And instead of properly fixing it, you just, guys, Henry. Henry is so frustrating. But I'm having such a great time with this book. Like, I could not put it down yesterday. Like, I read until I passed out. And then this morning, I woke up at like 4:45. And I was listening and reading it on my Kindle because I'm just like, what? So I'm gonna literally sit and finish it off. Obviously, my hair is shorter because I'm prepping to take the braids out. I don't even know how long I've had these for. I want to say like 3-4 weeks. I want to say 4 weeks, but I feel like it might be 3 weeks. But I think it's time. My hair is dirty and I'm feeling quite frustrated with it. And I need to wash my hair. And a part of me says if I wash my hair without undoing the braid, I'm not going to like the whole fluff and unneatness of it. So I'm just like, okay, it's time. It's time to let the afro out. It's come to play again. I started like undoing, like I undid two at the back here. So you can see this is what my hair's length currently looks like, stretched. The minute I wash it, it's gonna be like this. But yeah, this is what I'm currently reading. And then today I am meant to start, or like I guess in my case, restart Januaries by Olivia Blake. I did already start reading this and I am on page 133. Like, this is how far I am, but I am buddy reading this with Vuvu, and I think I mentioned that when I started reading it, I was solely listening to the audiobook and using a bit of the ebook on my Kindle to read, but then I had to return my library hold. I think I still have the audiobook. Oh, Everand has the audiobook now, so I don't have to borrow it from the library anymore. But there's so much that I loved about the short stories that I read that I want to actually restart so that I can tab the stories, because I really enjoyed it. This one is like at a minimum 4.5 stars. That's where we at with the Januaries. Okay, I'm really, really enjoying it. I feel like I've only had one experience of a short story collection where I really, really enjoyed it. And all the other short story collections I've really struggled, but I'm so happy. Olivia Blake is just, she's very masterful. She's very, very masterful in her storytelling. So that's what I've got going on. I have two other books that are on the couch that maybe if I get to them, hopefully I'll get to them this week still. I don't know, but I borrowed so many library books, and it's like my Libby app at this point is determining what I read. My Libby app determines what I read because every time an audiobook comes in that I've been waiting for weeks, I don't want to let go of it, right? So I go in and borrow it. And if I'm going to borrow it, it means I must pick up the physical book. Case in point, this book came in this morning. I got a message this morning that Immortal Longings is available for me to borrow from Libby. And I'm like, I don't want to put it back on the thing, because if I do, then I'm not going to get it again for another couple of weeks, if not months. So I borrowed it, which means that Immortal Longings is going into my TBR for the next week or so. I have to read this. Guys, I also have to start Rubies in Rain by Busisekelo Khumalo. This is the book that we're reading for book club for December. So I need to start this one. And then again, from Libby, I've got 4 days to read and finish The Eternal Ones by Namina Fona. And I checked on Everend. Everend does not have an audiobook of this copy. So I have to pick this one up. So I think this I will probably pair up with the Januaries. I'll probably read them at the same time so that I can at least make a huge dent, get to like past the 75% mark with the audiobook. And then if I don't get to finish it in time, then I can finish off with the physical book on its own. So I've got a lot going on, and with me finishing The Silence Factory, that will be the 60th book that I read this year, and it will complete my goal for the year. So I'm very happy. I want to push forward though, and I want to try and see if I can get to 75 books this year. We are halfway through November, which means I'll need to read 15 books between now and end of December. I think it is possible. December, it brings an opportunity to like read a lot of books, so I think it's very possible. I do have some thriller audiobooks that I have lined up that I'm interested in, so we will check for that. And as you can see, I've got a lot of library audiobooks going on for my physical books, so that really helps me get through my reading. So yeah, this is the update. I am going to continue with work. I just needed a little bit of a break, so it's currently 11, so I'm going to do my work, and then I'm thinking I actually want to go to gym today, so I'm gonna go to gym during my lunch hour and then come back and finish off my work. And then I know at least I've got gym out of the way. And then later on, I could just do a bit of like household stuff and read some more. Yesterday I had such a good day because I did a lot of prep. The day before, I didn't need to do like a lot of prep. I didn't need to cook, but today I have to cook. So that is one thing. So I want to get gym out of the way, and so that later on I can have some reading time or some editing time. So I'm trying to like find a working schedule for my life that will include all the things that I have to do and things that I want to do and things that I love to do. Okay. All right. So let me get back to work. I will catch up with you guys again later. Let me know what you're reading in the week that you are watching this video. Good morning. I've been trying to find a spot with good lighting this morning. It's very gloomy. You can see I'm kind of behind my kitchen, but I wanted to say good morning. It is Thursday morning. I'm about to go jump in the shower. I need to wash my hair. I finished undoing it yesterday, so I sprayed it with water and put a bit of coconut oil so that I can just finger detangle. But I'm gonna go wash it. Well, wash it in the tub with a hand shower, and then put on my conditioner, and then hop in the shower and then rinse it out after. So that's usually what I do when I don't have like lots of time and I need my hair to just be washed. But yeah, this is the after's back. But I restarted Januaries, Stories of Love, Magic and Betrayal by Olivia Blake. I'm so happy to have the physical copy, because now I can tab over things, and you can see, let me show you, I already have like 4 tabs in here, and this is just the first short story. So this one is so the short stories are grouped into seasons. So we've got spring first, then summer, autumn, winter. I guess spring works because it's essentially like the mark of like a new year. And for spring, we've got 3 short stories. The Wish Bridge is what I'm reading right now. And then summer has 4, autumn has 4, winter has 3. So far I'd only read like the first 4 stories, but I'm going back because they're so good. And as I reread The Wish Bridge, I'm just like, this is a 5-star. The story is a 5-star, and I think that in my head I'm deciding that when I write a review of this book on my Instagram, I will definitely section it by the short story and give kind of like a quick a quick summary of my thoughts, and maybe like share my favorite passage. But you know, the first thing I tabbed here is because it's a wish bridge, you have a guardian for this bridge, and it shows up every full moon at a random location wherever there's a river, and if people stumble upon it, they get the opportunity to make a wish. Some people do know about this bridge through stories and legends, so they know what to expect. But there's rules, or like there's restrictions to the wishing, right? So the restrictions are, I can grant you a wish or tell you a truth. You have to choose one of them, right? I can forgive you a sin or permit you a wrong. You have to choose one of those 2. So there's 3 wishes that you can have, right? And then the last one is, I can give you something back that you've lost, or I can remove something you wish to have excised, but not both. So you have to make 3 wishes based on those options. So I'm interested to find out from you guys with those options. Comment down below what you would choose with each option. So I'm gonna read them again. 1, I can grant you a wish or tell you a truth, right? You don't have to tell me if you say that you would rather have a wish over a truth. You don't have to tell me what your wish is. Just say wish over truth, right? Number 2, I can forgive you a sin or permit you a wrong. So choose that. And lastly, I can give you something back you've lost, or I can remove something you wish excised, but not both. So if I had to choose, I think I would choose a wish. I don't know what I would wish for, but I would choose a wish. And forgive a sin or permit a wrong, I think I would choose forgiving a sin, because in my head, I'm like, I'm not planning on doing something wrong, so I wouldn't want to like get away with something. And then lastly, I would probably want to get back something that I have lost, because I can't think of anything that I would want to remove. Or would I don't know. That one is still questionable, but I feel like return something that's lost. But the one thing that I tabbed is after that. So it says there are 3 choices. Choose carefully, for no matter what you choose, you will most certainly pay more than you know. That's the warning. And I think I've already like explained in a previous vlog one of the wishes that people came with, and they've kind of like formed part of the whole story or the whole idea of the short story. But it's crazy that this group of people and the things that they ask for, and the way that they don't even bother to be honest with each other, which would like resolve all of these issues that that they're having, and take away all the stress if they were just like honest with each other. But instead of that, they come to this bridge desperate. They make a wish to get what they want, and it's just, all of it is just coming from a place of selfishness. So, but they think it's coming from a place of love, but it's not. But I tabbed something else here. So the Guardian asks somebody who just stumbled upon this bridge, did not know that it existed, and so this person is curious, asking questions. What is this? Who are you? Like, what does this mean? You know? And they get to know each other a little bit, and his name is Nile. And the Guardian asks, like, what about you? You're a wanderer who's been all over the world. What are you looking for? And this is somebody who also couldn't like decide what to wish for. And he answers, myself for a while, he says slowly, and then even slower. But I think since I've met you, I've been looking for you. Ugh. And then he continues to say, because this bridge keeps disappearing, he makes it his mission to essentially walk around this area, or I don't know if this country, I don't know how big this place is they live in, and they walk, because he walks around for months looking for a bridge, like going to different rivers and things like that to find her. And so he says, Lila, I will find you again, he tells me, and I can feel his lips move near mine. I can feel the words as they melt into the cold air between us. I promise, he says, no matter what happens, I'll just keep finding you. And I'm just like, Niall, this is what other people should be doing. No, this is not what they're doing. This is not what they're doing. But yeah, this is definitely stories of love, magic, obviously, and just a bunch of betrayals. But guys, get this book. It is so good. I'm enjoying it so much. I am rereading it before even finishing it, because like I said, I had the audiobook only and the e-version, which I've opened up again. This is the unproved copy from NetGalley. So this is how I read it this morning while I was in bed. But I love this book so much. And it's not even done, but I love the first story so much. So far, it has been my favorite story. It's just like the characters are a little bit quirky, it's a little bit funny, and it's just, I just love it. It's sweet, and I just love the personality as well of the Guardian. I'm enjoying it. I'm very happy with it. The audiobook is also available on Everand if you guys are interested, so please pick it up. I'm gonna go take a shower, wash my hair, get ready for work. I need a coffee. Don't want to say desperately, but I need a coffee. But yeah, that's the plan. I will chat to you guys again later. I wanted to show you, I actually started The Eternal Ones by Namina Fona yesterday. I think, am I further than this? Okay, let's just say I'm on page 37, so I'm like very early into this. I'm also pairing this with the audiobook, which is about to expire in 2 days time, so I really need to push on this one. I did say that I want to get to at least 75% before I have to return the audiobook, and then I can continue with my eyes. It's a long book, eh? 450, 460, 470, 480. It's very long. It's very long, and it makes me a bit nervous because I didn't really enjoy book 2 as much. And I actually realized the other day that my daughter's school, by the higher primary side, they've got a library. I don't know why I didn't think well, I guess I never thought about them having a library. I did not think that they didn't have one, if that makes sense, because they did have one in primary school. And in grade 1, because they are reading books that help them to enhance their reading and learn new words, it's not chapter books, so I haven't like really donated any books or anything like that. But for the grade 4s, 5s, I realized, was it yesterday or the day before, that they have a library. So I found one of the teachers and I'm like, oh, you guys, I saw some books, I saw some Rick Riordan's there, and I asked her, I'm like, would you guys be interested in like me donating some books to the school? And she said, yes, please. So I was very happy to hear that, and I'll be definitely going to drop off some books. I know that my YA shelf needs some work, and I need to clear it because I think there's a lot of books on there that I'm not really interested in keeping anymore, but I haven't read yet. So this is why I need to do my Read It or Unhaul It series to start getting rid of these books, because I need the space. I need the space for something else, because yeah, I feel like I would, at this point, I would rather keep middle grade over YA. So when I was like thinking about this series, I was like, oh, this series would be great to donate to the school, but at the same time, I've been telling myself that I'm keeping all of these books for my daughter, but because I keep collecting books, I feel like I should just concentrate on the middle grades being for her, because she's much closer to getting to the middle grade books than the YA. We are so far away from YA, and it doesn't make sense to just keep hoarding these books if I'm not gonna continue to read them. But also they are so beautiful, the covers are so beautiful. But you know, I think there's a kid who can like benefit from reading and having these books. So I think I've decided that I'm going to donate. So I've got the whole series, the whole trilogy, so I can literally just go and donate it to the school, and that will make me very, very happy. So yeah, this is what I'm reading right now. I'm gonna go. We'll talk again later. I'm coming. She didn't have the patience then.
It's awesome. Let's do hiking on the
We are out and about with the family. We decided to come for a little hike, so it's been good so far. Enjoying it.